Evening, everyone. Thank you for joining me, whether you're joining me live or the replay. Thank you so much. And hey, wow, lots of stuff is going on right now. What I'm really happy to see, though, is all these logs coming out, and the Clintons are actually being highlighted a lot. Even the View, the dumb View, which we don't like, they're turning on them as well. It's awesome to see that. But I'm hoping we see some arrests. I mean, clearly, all the evidence is out, all the ties, all the connections with the trafficking, all of it. Like, let's see the arrests. So we're going to look into that tonight. We're going to pull some cards on that as well. The arrests, the EBS. We're going to go over the financials. I mean, look at silver. Silver's been doing amazing. It did get up to 94 today. I do believe it's at 93 right now. But it continues to hang around in the 90s like we predicted last week. I did mention that it'll hover around in the 90s. And it's going to hit that 100 mark. But tonight, we're going to find out exactly when. Is that within the next week? Is it in the next 7 days till our next show? Or is it going to go even higher and surpass? I don't see it dropping. I don't see it dropping below the 90s. I don't. If it does, it'll be high 80s and then come back. But I highly doubt that even. But we're going to take a look into it. It's very exciting. And also Canada, the 51st state, I believe so. I believe that's coming very soon. We're going to look into that and a little bit of UFO stuff I have to go over. And I kind of want to start there because it kind of ties in with the financials too, of what my prediction is of the financials. So, and Project Bluebeam and all of that. But let me go over this real quick. So you may have all remembered, I did a show with Lance Shuttler a couple months ago, and we were talking about this documentary that came out called The Age of Disclosure. Well, now it's being revisited, and it is now being talked about a little bit more. But yeah, there's more talk about the UFOs, and this article, I want to just kind of highlight this post. In that documentary, Rubio, close ally of Trump, of course, you all know him, told the makers of the recently released UFO documentary, The Age of Disclosure, we've had repeated instances of something operating in the airspace over restricted nuclear facilities, and it's not ours. So that was stated, okay, so that is in the documentary, but also I have another article to go over here too. I believe it's this one. Okay. So the Bank of England, very well known, Bank of England, the oldest one, I believe. So McCaw worked for the Bank of England for 10 years until 2012, and he insists that politicians and bankers can no longer afford to dismiss the talk of alien life about little green men. The United States government appears to be partway through a multi-year process to declassify and disclose information on the existence of a technologically advanced non-human intelligence responsible for unidentified anomalous. Okay, so this is all about the aliens. Yes, the secret government that's out there. It's there. It exists. But also, I am a believer in Project Bluebeam, and I believe that a lot of things are going to come out, a lot of disclosures, yes, that are going to be true. But I can predict, I can feel it. I just feel something that will not be real, that is extraterrestrial-like. Holographic, I do believe they're going to do something holographic in the skies. It's going to be some sort of, a huge show, basically. Holographic, though, in the skies. But to demonstrate, but to show us, so it might not be real, the actual act that they're demonstrating. It might be put on, but it's going to mimic. I believe it will mimic what truly is out there. And what's being hidden from us, because there is, and it's beyond the ice wall. I do believe this. And there's so many answers about that are going to come forward. Trump knows it. They all know it. But all of this just needs to be disclosed. But why I'm bringing it up right now is not only because it's being talked about. It's on Benny Johnson's show. It's on several others. It's on posts on X. It's circulating again. And I feel like not just because it's circulating, I feel like I can feel that there is disclosure coming. It's going to be some sort of holographic show in the sky show. It's going to be displayed. I highly, highly, highly feel that. And yes, I've done it with the crystal ball readings. I've done it with the cards. In the past, we've seen it, we've felt it. But I'm telling you, we are very close. We're closer than ever right now to some sort of disclosure, whether that being fake and they just display it to disclose that, hey, this is actually what's out there. Let's show you what it's like, demonstration type of thing. But I highly feel we're very close to that. Another topic I want to go over, and we have a lot of Canadians that watch this show. So Alberta, here's an article here. So in Alberta, we've got a lot of people out there signing petitions. Let me read this to you. So this new poll suggests 1 in 5 Albertans vote to separate. First Nation suing Alberta over changes enabling separation petition. The petition was brought forward by Mitch Silvestri, CEO of Alberta Prosperity Project. Silvestri, who spoke to attendees at the event in Eckville, got approval from Elections Alberta in December to start collecting signatures. Stay Free Alberta has nearly 4 months to gather close to 178,000 signatures. Okay, and they're doing it. They're getting this done. I highly feel that it's going to be the 51st state. And we did say this. I mean, Trump's put this out, on Truth Social before. This is old, but he's put it out there. He's claimed, Canada, 51st state. And it's happening. It's truly going to happen. And I feel like it's going to happen soon. I want to pull cards on this because a lot of you were emailing me and saying, can you please ask Spirit if it's really going to happen? Because, we've playfully said it, but then I've seen it in a reading. I did a crystal ball reading, actually, and saw that. That's definitely happening. But let's pull some cards. Let's see. Will Canada become the 51st state? Here we go. Will Canada become the 51st state of the United States of America? Here we go. We have the 7 of Swords, so that means it's in progress. They're strategizing. They're getting this through. They're making this happen. Then we have the Strength card. Absolutely. And the High Priestess. So that's a yes. Now for a time frame, I do believe this will happen by the summertime of this year. I do believe this will happen this year, 2026. Alberta, you guys are going to be so happy, but I mean, overall, all Canadians, you guys are going to be so happy. But I mean, just seeing that action, and also I have another picture here of them lining up in the snow to sign that. Here we go. So many of them. I mean, there's even more. That's just a little snapshot of what I could get, but waiting for hours to sign the petition. So I'm telling you, it's in the works. It's going to happen. And I'm so happy. I'm excited because then, being an American, I can go to Canada and check it out. You guys will be a part of us, a part of the States. So very excited for that. But that's some good news and happiness that I'm excited for. I'm sure all of you are as well. And not only that, I mean, let's get a little bit, I said I was going to go financial, and I am. But let's get into that. So that's going to affect globally, okay? And I do want to speak a little bit about, because I had 3 people today on Zoom from the UK. So shout out to everyone in the UK as well. There's going to be a lot of changes for you guys as well. I know things aren't that great over there right now, but it will change. It's going to be a domino effect. And I've seen this in many of my readings, also channeling with my grandfather. He also did address before that we're all going to be in harmony at some point. There is going to be peace. It's going to function. The bad, evil, trafficking, all of that is actually, it's going to be disclosed, which it's already in the process of. But each and every country that's been very corrupt, that's all going to be connected and exposed. And that what happens there is a de-weeding of the bad, evil people, politicians, people in control, all of that coming and falling apart. And then it's able to rebuild and reform into the harmonious countries that they should be, like they were meant to be. But this is a whole global project. It's not just the United States that, Trump and the administration is working on. And I've channeled Trump before, and I feel like I'm already picking it up again. And when I just ramble like this and talk, I'm picking up, I'm hearing things, and I'm telling you, it's not all just my opinions. But what I'm also getting is that, Trump is thinking big. He's not just thinking the United States. He is thinking big. We already see that with Greenland. He wants Greenland. He's going to get Greenland. He wants Canada. He's going to have Canada. And not only that, he's thinking big. He's thinking about helping everyone, helping the world in the best ways that he can. In harmony, he wants harmony, and he wants peace, and he wants everyone, humanity. I'm speaking of everyone. He wants everyone, not just his wants, but it is his mission. He was chosen. He is a chosen one to save humanity. And that's what he's doing by helping improving all these terrible evil and dismantling the evil. Not only that, the poisons in the medical industry, the poisons in the food industry, every industry. But he's really going after the politicians right now. RFK going after the food industry. We've got all our guys in all these places, the corrupt governors and politicians of each and every state in the United States. They're all tied into trafficking, and each one they're all going to be dismantled as well. It takes time, and we're going to see that. We're going to see some unpleasant things as well. We're going to see more troops going into certain states and cities. We're going to see other things that we don't like. We're going to see people freak out. We have a lot of liberals, and we're going to see fighting. We're going to see some things that suck. But the big major plan is to create peace and to create harmony and get rid of all this evil and terrible treatment to children and women, and trying to convince children to be, the woke stuff, all that stuff. But what I'm trying to say is Trump's thinking big. He's trying to help everyone and around the world. So it's not just the U.S. He's really, and I'm telling you this because it's coming through, yes, and I need to speak it into existence because it is happening. It is now. It is happening. But not only that, and again, once you speak something into existence, it comes, it happens, you'll see it. You all have to find that peace within your families, within yourself. If you have a dysfunctional family, pray. We have to come back home. And what I mean by that, what Spirit's trying to tell me right now is that when we come back home, that's coming back to your soul essence. Yes, let's say you have a dysfunctional family, but your soul essence loves that family, forgives. So back into Christ consciousness that's who you truly are, is Christ consciousness. We all have it. We all have to come back home to that. Forgiveness, love, all of it. And, there's people out there that will say, oh, not everything is just, peachy and butterflies. But you know what? It's not, and it never will be. There's always dark versus light. But in this era, the golden era that we are in now, we are going to see the evil be extinguished. We're going to see the evil finally not be able to breathe and not be able to live or take over others and control others and have power over the people and treat people like slaves. We're not going to see that. That's what's going away, and that's what the death and rebirth is, not only of America, but of the globe. This is global. This is about the world. So that's what Trump has been assigned. Donald J. Trump has been assigned and chosen since birth, before birth. He has been chosen to do this. And it's not just him either. He has others that are also appointed, but then there are others that are dark around him. And he knows this. And we know, we can sense kind of who we don't sincerely trust, right? So he also does. I want you all to know that. He knows, and he will also take them down. They are in a position, a certain position, such as, I'll say Pam Bondi is one of them. J.D. Vance, questionable as well. But there's several of them that are in placements that you might think that doesn't make sense because I could feel something's off, right? There's been things in their past, blah, 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 whatever it may be. But there are certain people in places, and we're going to see what happens. We're going to see if they're loyal or if they're going to do what's right, or are they going to do what's wrong. And a lot of them he is testing. Trump is testing. God is testing. So it is quite the experiment. Trump has an experiment going on. He's got a few of those. He has a chess game going on. But it is all in the matter, in all of the purpose to help everyone, help humanity, save humanity. If he hadn't have taken leadership, if we wouldn't have had him as a chosen one, can you imagine what kind of world we'd be living in right now? It would be godless. It would be very woke. It would be death to humanity. It would be the end. It would be awful. It would be, third world country. You already see that on the streets of LA, but we would see that everywhere. And Gavin Newsom, people like him, we would see him reign with power, So no, that's not happening, okay? So the world is being saved with all the things that are being done. And yeah, there's many people out there that are bashing Trump, and even Republicans that are turning against him because they're not seeing things happen fast enough. But what they're not remembering, or, they're not in their true essence either, but they're not remembering that there is a formula to all of this. It is a chess game. It's an experiment for some. It's a test. He has to see how people are actually going to play. What is their integrity? There's so many different formats. That's what's coming through. There's so many different games going on, formats. And I don't mean games as he's just playing around and playing with like a cat with a mouse. These aren't those types of games. These are life and death type of situations to save people. And also to test loyalty and the strongest. I don't really want to say players, but what they're trying to tell me is the strongest will survive to be leaders, to help become leaders for the country. And a lot of your governors out there will not be governors anymore. I believe governors will be done away with. There's going to be a whole new system for each state. And yeah, I really don't believe there's one good governor out there. Just saying, I don't. But they're trying to remind me of that's all going to be reformed. We're moving into the golden era and everything will be changed, but it's changed for the better. But anyways, let's pull some cards. We did find out on the last reading, because that was just coming through me. I had to speak everything that was coming through and what I was seeing. I see words and then I speak them. But what I'm getting now is that we need to pull cards and find out about silver. So currently, we're going to talk about financial system. We are in the golden era, as I just said. But globally, the silver I'm telling you, is going to do massive things for everyone. So right now it's at 93.56. It is Monday evening, 8. Okay. So 93.56. Let's take a look at the week ahead. Okay. So here we go. For the week ahead, what is the forecast for silver? The week ahead for silver, what can we expect? Here we go. Ooh, I love it. Okay, 6 of Wands and then the 3 of Pentacles. And yes, I designed it with a rocket to the moon. So this is definitely showing you it doesn't, it's not hard to read. So it doesn't really take any expertise to read this, right? Success and then to the moon. So we're going to see silver go up this week. This week forecast is we're going to see it go up. I think it's going to hit about 96. It's going to tease us. That's what it's going to do. Let me ask Spirit if they can confirm that. Will we be teased? Will we see silver? Will Spirit tell me if silver will tease us and inch its way up to 100, but not quite hit 100, but it's getting up there. It's inching itself there. Let's see. 8 of Cups, 4 of Cups. So 8 and a 4, they're 2 equal numbers. So they're showing me balance. Okay. So it's going to kind of hover. I do believe it's going to get 96, possibly 98, and then hover down a little bit around 96, 95. It's like it was at 94 today, but we're going to see a little more of that action kind of hovering around, but getting closer and closer to that $100 mark. So that's really exciting. And then gold, are we going to see gold go up as well? Ooh, they're giving me a 6 of Cups, which is a more balanced, that's a balanced number as well. And then we have the Fool card, or the Adventure is my new Fool card with Baron Trump on it. But so that's like a new beginning. So gold is going to hit another high, a different high than we've seen before this week in the next 7 days. Okay. Let's see, what else would Spirit like to confirm about silver and gold? Here we go. 2 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. My new deck here, I've changed it though to the 10 of Coins. So all Pentacles in my new deck are coins. But this is beautiful. Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Wands, 10 of Coins, 2 of Coins. So this whole message, what Spirit is trying to tell me to tell you, is that silver and gold is the most important assets to have globally for everyone. So don't worry if you don't have cryptos, you don't really understand them. Don't even worry about that. But get yourself some silver, get yourself some gold if you can. But I mean, silver is going to also, it's going to surpass. It's going to be so much more valuable in the future. So if you don't have anything, go for some silver. Even if it's just a little bit, it'll help you out. But this is definitely the message that's coming through, especially the Wheel of Fortune. That is showing me that there's going to be major global change for abundance for all people. And not only that, but what's coming through now, they're reminding me that the straw man accounts, okay, and taxes, all of that. So taxes are going to completely end. They're going to definitely get those down. And then eventually just gone completely. I feel like that is in April. I feel like the straw man accounts, there will also be abundance coming to everyone regarding that. Is that in 2026? Is that this April? Is that why, Spirit, you were trying to remind me? And yes, I have like 3-4 spirit guides in my right ear all day in my right ear. I keep hearing things, and then they show me, they show me words. But they showed me straw man accounts when I was talking about the Wheel of Fortune here. But the straw man accounts, is that for this year, 2026? Is that happening this year, 2026? Yes or no? Here we go. The Ace of Cups. So yeah, that is this year. Absolutely. Is it in April? I want to know. Is this in April? Here we go. Okay. So don't be disappointed if it's not in April, but what this shows is that we will see it. We will hear, we will know that it's coming, that it's expected. So it will be talked about. But don't be disappointed, I'm hearing, about April. Okay? There will be communication of this. 9 of Wands, I designed this card. See, they're shooting stars and she's watching them. She's sitting on a cliff and just watching them. So this whole image here kind of goes in alignment with the whole vibration of the strawman account. So yes, April is looking like it might not happen in April, but it's going to be clear in April when we will see it. We will know. We will have more of an answer in April as to when we will have it in our hands. Okay? And what the arrangement is. Because I have actually channeled before that it would be in increments that it would be received. Okay, the paybacks. But that's really good information. I mean, 2026, that's where we are now. And that's what's going to happen. April, we will know what the deal is. That's what I'm hearing. We will know what the deal is in April and where we're headed and have more of an answer. Let's take a look. I know a lot of you ask about foreign currency. Wow, we had a card pop out and it's the Queen of Wands. Okay, so for foreign currency, I want to ask, and so that Queen of Wands is confirmation that the foreign currencies are going to do really well this year too. Let me take a look if we have any action with foreign currency in the upcoming days. Upcoming days meaning the rest of January, February. Let's take a look. Wow, we have Aquarius here. Okay, and we did get the Three of Swords. Okay, so foreign currency. Now, this is a yes. We also have the Aquarian energy. It's very powerful, transformative. But there's also this one. There's going to be something about foreign currency that is a letdown, that is a disappointment. Three of Swords. Not all foreign currency, but there is some sort of disappointment there. But let's take a look and see what that is here. 5 of Wands and the 3 of Wands. We've seen this before. What I'm hearing, they're reminding me that, yeah, some individuals out there they think a lot of foreign currency, but truly they don't actually have legit foreign currency. Okay. We've seen this before, but that's what the disappointment is. So some people will be really let down when they find out that it's not authentic, you know. But that's what that is. But for those of you that do have authentic foreign currency, you have transformation. You have the Queen of Wands. You have Aquarian energy with the star and this Queen of Wands. So it's very powerful and it's very giving. But also that Aquarius, we are in Aquarius. So I feel like it's very, very soon. Aquarius leads into, so the end of January into February. Okay, so it's a chunk of time there. So let me ask Spirit, will foreign currency give abundance to the people? The end of January and February in Aquarius season, yes or no? Wow, 7 of Coins. Yes, beautiful. Absolutely. And it is in a reference to the past, so past investments. You guys have probably held it for so long. So absolutely. Very good. All right. And then let's do XRP before I sign off here. This is going to be kind of a shorter show tonight, but it is only because I am traveling this week, but I will be back next week and still taking appointments for one-on-one Zooms. I'm doing a lot of crystal ball lately. I have to say, you guys are asking for the crystal ball and connecting with your loved ones on the other side, which I love more than anything to do. And also the cards sometimes, but it's really amazing. And a lot of you can write in the chat. Feel free about your experience connecting with the other side. But it's been beautiful. The messages, everything. I love doing that. But yes, there's still appointments available. You can still book with me next week. I have lots of openings. I opened up more time spots. So go to arcanashores.net. And also, my awesome prices are still going on. I have the best prices around. So yes, they're still going on for you. There's 30-minute readings, there's hour readings, connecting with the other side with your loved ones, or you can have a tarot reading, whatever it is that you prefer, you let me know. Or if you'd like to even learn how to connect with the other side, I can try to help you with that as well. But all of that's on my website, arcanashores.net. You want to go and book an appointment right there with me. All openings, most of them are for next week. I do believe I'm full for this week, but yeah, check it out. But anyways, let's get this XRP reading. Let's take a look at XRP. What is the message for XRP looking into the next week? Okay, here we go. 9 of Cups, 4 of Coins, 5 of Cups. Okay, so XRP is going to do what it's been doing. Okay, so it's still going to be fluctuating, still some fluctuations. I do have it pulled up. I want to see what it currently is at right now. XRP, let's take a look here. XRP is at 198. It was at 199 earlier, but now it's 198. All right. So fluctuations are going to continue with XRP. That's what I got with this message. Now, let's just check. When are we going to see the amazing, drastic, abundance-giving XRP? When are we going to see it explode? To the moon. Here we go. It looks like it's in an air sign. Queen of Swords, 6 of Swords. You have the Judgment card as well. 8 of Cups, Page of Wands. But what I'm getting, it's during an air season. Okay, so an air zodiac sign, which we have Gemini coming up. So let me ask, is it the month of June? Is it the month of June 2026 that we see XRP explode? Here we go. Page of Swords, Queen of Cups. Ooh, I have to say, I'm going to run with my prediction here that June, we're going to see XRP explode by June. Gemini actually starts in May, so end of May into June. I'm just going to run with that because that's what came to me, that it's an air sign, and that's our next one, and I'm feeling it for sure. Very nice. So that was our little financial segment. Silver, gold, XRP. Wow. Strawman accounts, foreign currency. It's all looking good. 2026 is very transformative when it comes to the financials. Now, I do want to have a little crystal ball reading because I really want to connect with the other side right now. More so with my grandfather because I feel like there's a lot of spirit guides on this side, but I want to connect and see if my grandfather has any other questions that he wants to ask, or if he wants to just tell me any information for all of you. If you saw my last show, I did share with you, what happened with him in the hospital, in his story and everything. He was definitely wanting me to share that with you. So if you missed that, go ahead and check it out on the last show that I did. But yeah, he wants to communicate something right now. Okay, he's saying, when I'm connecting with you, explain to everyone the words and the feelings. Oh, okay. So yeah, the feelings. So when I'm getting communication with him on the other side, my head starts tingling, and then it runs down, and then my arms, everything, I get the goosebumps, I get the chills. So yeah, that's what happens when I do connect with him. And so it is similar. He's saying it's similar for a lot of them who connect with their loved ones, or they feel their loved one in their home. This is completely normal. It means we are close to you. It means we are close to you. We are in your home. or we are by your side. We never actually leave because we can connect with your consciousness. Your thoughts are not your thoughts always. Like I've said that before. So he's trying to help all of you to connect with your loved ones too. So your thoughts, you think sometimes are all your own, and then you doubt yourself, you overthink, you wonder, is this from spirit or is this my own self thinking this? He is trying to make me remind you that no, usually it's from the other side, especially if it's guidance, if it feels like, let's say, here's an example. You're wondering, should I move? Like, I want to move, but I'm not sure, and then all of a sudden in your mind sparks Florida. And that happened to me. So it's my own example. But Florida, why do I keep getting directed to check out Florida? I've never been there before. I've been everywhere else, never been to Florida. And then they use people sometimes. So my grandfather actually used a good friend of mine that you all know, Lance Shuttler. and angels will use him. They did, to communicate that Florida is beautiful, South Florida in particular, So there was a connection there to come check it out. And I came here and I loved it. My brother checked it out too. He came here too, but it's so beautiful. And in comparison to the prices I'd pay in California versus where I pay here in South Florida, not too much difference. And to have the peace and just, I don't know, this energy, this vibration of Florida, it really, and then the spirit, my grandfather in spirit telling me Florida, it's home. This is my home. That's where I grew up in California, but this is my home. We all have our place. And yeah, and I believe my grandfather wants me to relay that message to all of you. Maybe there's someone out there right now that is trying to find their home there, and it might not be where you're from either, but it's somewhere that you actually feel like, this is home. This is where I belong. This is and your life will also reflect that and prove to you that yes, you belong here. Everything will start to get better. Your job, your career, your love life, your friends, your everything just falls into place when you're in the right place, when you're in the right space, environment, nature. Nature will speak to you differently. It sure speaks to me differently here in Florida than it does in California. I have to say the birds are always talking to me here in Florida constantly. You guys have heard them on the shows a lot too. But yeah, nature is even different. It's just a whole different vibe. It's my true home for sure. And I know I've lived here before. There's a lot of ties here. I feel for sure. Atlantis as well. I feel all of that. The ocean, have to be near the ocean. That's my home here. But anyways, I know a lot of you could relate, but I know my grandfather wanted me to remind you guys of that. That, your thoughts or things that you just randomly will hear, or you're being nudged, that's not just from you. That's from spirit. That's from a spirit guide. That's from a loved one on the other side, an angel. It's from someone trying to help you, direct you in that right direction. So it's pretty neat how that happens. And a lot of you, I do that in my readings. I will actually connect with your loved ones. If you're having trouble with a relocation, or you're wondering if you're in the right state or place that you want to live, I'm always eager to help you guys with that. And that comes through very clearly usually. And we can kind of find out where you might head next. It's beautiful. It's it's something that I find fascinating, as well as astrocartography, which is also a formula to use your astrology and to find where you belong. But that is something that I can offer you. You just have to ask. You guys can ask anything you want in a Zoom reading or an express reading, whatever you want. And I hope you find it. But it's awesome. I love what I do. And I thank each and every one of you for watching, supporting me, and allowing me to continue to do this for a living because I love it. But anyways, you guys take care, and I'll see you guys next week. I will be posting pictures of my California family time. Some cute photos I'll be posting. And I'll also be trying on my wedding dress out there in California at my mom's house. So I'll be trying that on. Very excited for that. I won't post that one because we don't want the fiance to see my dress. But I'll be keeping in touch with everyone. Check on my Facebook and my Instagram. I'll leave those links in the description below if you want to follow. But anyways, you guys take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.